I was a fucking awesome, pumped up, athletic, inseminating bull with a girl for every day of the week could wake me up with their morning glop 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 on my silly willy. After banning yet another snarky freak for insulting my non-binary fluffy online furry waifu, I logged out of Discord and remembered that in reality I am just a lonely schoolboy, but it doesn't matter. On this fine May day, I decided to hit up the local bathhouse, steam my balloons after a 5-hour marathon of watching wetty, furry, cute meme animations which lasted until 6 a.m. and get away from the hustle and bustle of my hard-knock furry wunk life. Searched on Google Maps. Oh bitch, fucking Google Maps lag worse than Genshin on my Vivo phone. Sending those American anal developments to hell, I opened our good old Russian Yandex, which doesn't freeze up like my mug when I see a girl. Finding the online maps tab, I searched for the nearest bathhouses. The closest to my Khrushchev era 5-story penthouse was a barnya called CHOO-CHOO puffing train. The word train reminded me of those fucking traps that a recently banned dick on my Discord server sent me. The video he sent started with a pretty decent, somewhat fuckable furry chick with a 10 bus size, or in common terms, commas, truck tires. She was shaking her watermelons to a good beat of music, but then her luscious 10 out of 10 boobies spread apart like fucking Moses parted the Red Sea. Then a scary mug popped up on the screen. I thought my phone had turned off and was a black screen, but from the pumped up cheekbones and 6-pack ABS I realized that this ripped dude was definitely not me. He mumbled something incomprehensible about a choo-choo train, and then naked ripmen started flashing before my eyes, practically breaking my phone screen with their 10-meter-long ship hooks. Waving my snout away from the phone screen like dodging wieners flying in my face, I involuntarily uttered, "You all scum. I am in fucking shock from you." And yet I managed to turn off the fucking evil damn jerky video and been the asshole who sent it. Shrugging off the painful memory, I got dressed and headed down the path indicated on the map. Wriggling like a worm up someone SS through the streets of my little town, I noticed a slightly bent lamppost. A scary legend from another town came to mind where some fucking drunkard got rammed up the ass under a similar lamppost. My buddy Patrulia Visyolkin told me about this story just a few days ago, swearing he saw it personally, although this fool hasn't been in touch since telling the story. This blockhead probably thinks he can get to me with his bullshit like some Tachan creepypasta or something. Arriving at my destination, I craned my neck up and saw the sign for the Barnya Choo-Choo puffing train. When I went inside, I didn't even understand what I noticed first. The Everest of muscles at the reception desk, or the searing more potent than nuclear papa vodka aroma than not only armpit extract and the sweat of rinsed and steamed man, which was felt even without entering the bathhouse itself. Barely understanding where on this clump of testosterone-fueled, supposedly heterosexual, pure energy the face was, I asked about the prices per hour in this bumhole.
2,500 rubles per whore!
My jaw almost dropped to the floor from such a price, and my mouth itself uttered the following phrase. What the bitch he talking about?
He what the fuck? Take dick out of your mouth!
At my own risk, arguing with this hunk of muscle, I managed to come to something.
We have a special rate for babies like you. It is called the last carriage. The price is 1,500 rubles.
I pulled out a bank card from my pocket which had a sticker of a blue-haired furry girl on it. I felt the cashier glare at me so hard he almost flew back to my home, and my asshole clenched so tight that it turned my beloved worms into the deep pictures. But this terrifying mug was illuminated by a wide grin, after which wheezing from his pumped up throat, and in general he is fucking pumped up from head to toe. This is fucking crazy. How the fuck is this possible? He said.
Yeah, this rate is definitely for you, sucker.
But I didn't care anymore what that muscular bun was yepping there. I paid 1,500 rubles with a card and followed the sign to the locker room. I slipped between the pumped up man, whose massive, shimmering, muscled boobs left almost no room to pass. I took off my outerwear and tossed it into the locker, and my cute furry panties seemed to become a magnet for those two monsters who were at the entrance. Hiding behind the door, I quickly pulled off my underwear and wrapped my willy in a towel. As quickly as possible, I left the locker room and went into the barnya area that matches my last carriage rate. Having opened a massive barnya door, I was immediately overcome by hot steam and heat, so much so that I almost fell over, but overcoming myself, I went inside the empty room and sat down on the bench. However, those two big guys who were staring at my furry underwear came in after me. One of them peered into my face and then shouted behind himself, "Come in!" Like special forces fucking storming a drug house, 5 mind-blowingly pumped up men tumbled into the steam room while the anchors shook from side to side like machine guns. One of them was the same fucker who sold me this fucking tariff. I tried in horror not to look at their hoses, which were spinning like helicopter blades, when they walked brushing the walls while the last of them locked the door. And suddenly as one they screamed,
Pesca got the last carriage rate!
The biggest one of them spun around and his Demeter dinosaur trunk flew over my head. I barely managed to dodge, and holy shit, this turbo cock broke through the concrete wall, creating an escape plan for me. I immediately rushed into the saving hole in the wall in the shape of a dick, while these guys were pushing each other trying to get through.
Hey, bitch! Move your dick
My
out!
ball's about to fucking explode, who stepped on?
I'm giving you headshots right now! Get your ass out of the way!
Why the fuck did you kick my anal?
Go on!
Fortunately for me, they're pumped up, sweaty athletes sending overwhelmingly huge tits the size of T-Rex balls were preventing them from pushing further into the room. Managing to spring out into the street and running away, I heard a shout behind me.
Hey, kid, what are you doing?
You're such a fucking me! Stop, bitch! I'll catch up and fuck you!
Don't fret, boyo! I be gentle.
I will squeeze your ass.
You'll regret banning me, sucker! I recognized you! The picture on your panties is your avatar on Discord!
Fuck! It asked that very prick who was messing on me. Screw it, time to leave! I tried to run as fast as humanly possible, pushed my legs to their absolute limit, but all those 14x88 reps at the PC finally caught up with me. I stumbled over every single goddamn fucking pebble, plus I was barefoot, and then I slammed into some random-ass motherfucking brick. Those fucking guest-abiders pulled a dirty trick on me, bitch! Looking back, I realized I'd only run 5 meters. Fucking hell. These creatures were already busting their way out with their contraptions until one of them got awkwardly stuck in the concrete setting trying to
My
free
dick is
himself.
stuck,
One of them
fucking
tried to
bitch.
help the
My
dumbass.
balls!
Get up, brother, quick!
I can't! Fuck!
A couple of seconds later, feeling the imminent danger of my ass getting stretched wide, I bolted as far as I could. There was no phone nearby, so I just screamed for some random dude to call the cops. As I rounded the corner of the building, I heard the loud sound of a concrete wall collapsing. They were already coming for me. Reaching the road, I forced the car to stop so he wouldn't just run me over. The driver was already about to get out and smash my face in, but I screamed at the top of my lungs, "Hey man, I am being chased by a tribe of buff guys yelling something about the last carriage." But he wasn't listening to me, I don't even know why. The driver dude climbed out of his busted up niner and cocked his fist.
Boom! Headshot!
But then his head just flew the fuck off. Fucking hell. The headless body fell onto the asphalt and his head stuck with some unknown white substance to the wall of the house across the street. Maybe it's Spider-Man. I turned around and saw the sneering mug of one of those monsters looking directly at me, and in his hands he held his humongous schlong like a sniper rifle. I hopped into the ride and floored it, and that rusty 1,000-year-old Falcon carried me away into the distance, saving my poor ass. I reached my home, dashed into my apartment, locked myself with all the locks, and started rummaging through my stuff. I had to grab all the essentials before those turbo fuckers found me. I got dressed, grabbed my passport, some cash, and a spare phone with 100 gigabytes of furry Mimi animations just the way I like am. But my door started cracking, almost falling off its hinges. Fuck me with a horse, there is no way out of this apartment. Numerous imprints of those monsters' cocks started appearing on the steel door's lining. I started thinking about where to hide. Bingo! I'm hiding in the closet. Meanwhile, my door whistled its way into the apartment.
Kicking down a door with a trunk is easy!
I held my breath, knowing they'd find me anyway. Nothing left to lose. My Morgenstern song was sung. I pulled out my spare phone, opened my favorite Mimi animation with a furry girl, when suddenly the closet doors were torn the fuck off along with their hinges and my willpower that was lurking between my fingers. All 5 of them appeared before my eyes, staring at me like a grandma tomatoes in the market. On one of them, impaled on his terrifyingly sized schlong, was the body of that poor driver like a phone case. Although no, not a boy, he was a fucking freak, wanted to beat my face, and that asshole creature scum prick. In a last-ditch effort for my life, I showed him my phone
Fuck, what
screen,
the
and it
hell,
seemed
you
to blind the
prick?
fucking
I'll
machinist.
catch you and
My
impale you,
ass,
Oh,
goddamn!
my homosexuality!
Bitch, what's this guy
Bitch,
doing?
what the fuck are you looking at,
They
sucker?
grabbed their eyes and frantically screamed about some MGE while I was already hauling us out of the apartment, dropping turds with a nearly stopped heart, which with its last strength was trying not to cosplay my grandma with 3 strokes. Stepping outside, my eyes were met with the sight of a completely wrecked car, its exhaust pipe inflated to unimaginable proportions. How that even happened, I tried not to think about. Running as far as possible from my home, I simultaneously called the FSB, SOBA, RUVD, MVD, and everyone else for fuck's sake help. They were going to rape me. Surprisingly, getting no answer from any of the numbers, I once again realized my fate was sealed if I didn't call the last number on my list. Dialing the digits to my pleas for help, the Guardians agreed to assist Russian superheroes from the fantasy action movie by director Sarek Andreasyan, which tells about a team of Soviet superheroes analogous to American comics about the Justice League and the Avengers. However, upon learning about my opponents, only one from that team decided to lend a hand that bear man from the cover whose name I forgot. Fuck, whatever. The half bear, half man, half crab, half dick flew to me in a helicopter and extended a paw while the MGE brothers were already running after me from the building's entrance. That muscle-bound dude with the dick sniper rifle tried to shoot me with his squirt, but he missed because the bear dude himself grabbed my hand and yanked me aside, saving me from a white high-speed unknown fluid of a holy shit, what millimeter caliber.
This scope is straight up shit.
The helicopter had already risen into the sky and the hulking brutes were howling below us, but one of them, the one wearing engineering goggles, started fucking banging on something with a wrench, and then all 5 freaks put some newly constructed devices onto their dicks. The sausages started spinning at an unbelievable speed, after which they soared into the sky. Holy fuck! A chase began. The helicopter tried to dodge the monsters flying on their spinning schlongs, however one of them screaming,
Let's do the butt beat!
grazed the rotors of our flying machine with his perfectly buffed buns, and we started falling. The bear man grabbed me by the arm and jumped out of the falling helicopter, clinging his claws to the wall of a high-rise building. After descending without broken bones, we all turned to the explosion, even the MGE brothers. The helicopter crashed onto a car which then burst into flames. The bear couldn't control his genes. He got into the car and burned to death. I am fucked. The buffed up men surrounded me from all sides. This is the end.
You'll be last in the choo-choo train!